Wow.
Yeah. So this is the world that we live in now. It doesn't matter that the kid's half her.
I guess she hasn't gotten a T-shirt because Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, but this is just, I can't believe the stories are even here. I mean, like there's even a page for, and these are real stories. They are not just, jokey kind of thing. And then here's another woman who, again, is a single mother, but she wants her kids to all grow up to be gay because then they'll be happier. They're going to be happier if they're gay. Because,
really? Okay.
Yeah. Her children have been the high point of her life, and happiness to her is the only thing in life that matter. She's got 2 children, 10 and 8, a son and a daughter. And obviously at their ages, they don't have, the concept of a romantic relationship at all.
Yeah.
But in a few years, they're going to, start paying closer attention to, dating life and all that kind of stuff. Her ex-husband is not a fan of this idea at all, but her partner, Rachel, is a lawyer.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and she actually helped the mother win primary custody of the children. But because of this, her children don't have to be constantly barraged by the ex's negative rhetoric with the gay issue.
Oh, so being traditional and straight is negative rhetoric now.
Yeah, exactly. She's gotten her children involved with the Pride movement. And she feels like, and she says this is her own words, the key is to get them brainwashed into seeing same-sex relationships on the same level as heterosexual relationships before they get into a relationship themselves. All right.
That's like saying, we must exterminate all Jews because they are Jews.
Wait, check this out and listen to me. Listen to me, the girlfriend of Rachel, you dumb bitch. Now,
bitch is bleep, 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 bleep.
Not as much as the GD one. But anyway, studies have shown, according to this dumb bitch, that same-sex couples have a lower divorce rate, higher standard of living. Sorry, I doubt you. And
lower divorce rate just because only recently has marriage in some states been recognized.
Wait. Check this out. There's more. Studies have shown that the same-sex couples have a lower divorce rate, a higher standard of living, and are much happier in general. They're healthier, and they generally lead better lives. And she understands that North Carolina is not a good place to raise gay children. You think? But... that's why they thought about moving to California, where it's the land of fruit and nuts. They'll fit right in, and that's me saying that too. My Zitzi Ann used to say that. She used to live in L.A. and before she passed, and she said it's the land of fruit and nuts. Yeah. Anyway, it's true though. Everybody who lives there knows that too. That's why we live in New York. But anyway, and this includes painting her son's nails. And taking the daughter to biking club meetings. And taking both the kids to pride and cultural events.
And we wonder where gender fluidity came from.
Yeah, sorry. She needs to be shot. She needs to be shot. And there's a lot of hate mail in the, are you mentally challenged?
Well, this is the other thing, too. On a lot of stories like this, especially lately in the last 3 to 6 months, I'd say, all of these kind of stories that are really pushing this LGBT agenda, pushing this equality for women agenda, pushing this acceptance for my gender fluidity agenda, et cetera, Black Lives Matter, all these things, they've all...
I'll sum it up in the next story quickly, too.
Yeah, you've got about 15 seconds.
Okay, well, I'm going to sum it up because this chick wants extreme catcalling to be made illegal, and that anybody who catcalls at women should be thrown. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a hate crime now, yeah.
Sorry.
Hey, baby, nice ass. Oh, you're going away for 30 years. Yeah.
I mean, that's just stupid. And she's calling that it's just comes barely short of physical abuse that can have a lasting effect on a woman's life. Yeah, if she's hot and she's got any kind of self-esteem, sure. But if you're big, fat, ugly, and feminist, of course you're going to take offense to it. Well, you don't have to worry about it. It's probably likely the people that don't have to worry about it.
But you don't understand. We, as a society now, are supposed to accept people who are 150 pounds overweight as healthy, happy human beings.
Yeah, they can kiss my ass, too. Listen, check this out. Wait. Seriously. This is one more thing. The victim says that it's shameful and that, what's next? People are going to tell you to avoid areas where you might be catcalled or that you should dress appropriately. It's like telling a gay person not to kiss their partner in public or for a black man to avoid sundown towns. Well, I'll tell you what. If it's worked in the past, it's going to keep working. So, again, stereotypes are based in a little bit of grain of truth. So that's not bad advice for any of them. If they want to avoid the whole issue, why don't you just be morally appropriate in public?
There you go.
And then you don't have to worry about it. How about that? Then I don't have to worry about it. Is that such a big deal? I mean, my husband and I have an alternative lifestyle, but we don't do it in public.
Public floggings.
Well, we could and we do. And I'm sure that if I was too mouthy in public, you wouldn't care and it would happen there. But I don't do that because I'm morally appropriate in public.
Well, there you go.
So there you go. Right. There you go. Now you can go.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
We never even got to talk about the show.
Yeah, we did.
The Spotlight show.
I was working on it.
I'm sorry. But you know how I feel about all this kind of stuff.
I know.
I think that's just it in a nutshell, right? Be morally acceptable in public.
Well, and that goes right back to what I was saying about learn some manners, learn some respect for other people and other cultures and other religions and other everything. Have a little bit of integrity. Learn what honor means, and maybe grab some. That's what I'm talking about. It's because we've left those things that we're now seeing more and more of this stuff that's absolutely ridiculous. Really, like you're going to start a movement against catcalling?
Yeah, it's just
what happened to 25 years ago when a good-looking woman or otherwise would go by a construction site and would expect that would be coming?
Of course.
I've known women who have been offended when they didn't get catcalled.
Right, exactly. I think I would be. I would think I lost it. I lost my mojo. What the hell? Uh-oh.
Right.
It's just...
But it's not a compliment. It's crushing their souls.
Grow up, for God's sakes. Grow up. Yeah, grow up. Anyway, right. There you go.
Oh, and then the complete shock about my liberal parents disowning me after I told them about my transformation. Well, what did you expect?
Well, no, they're liberal. They should have expected it, actually. They probably brainwashed the kid into it. No, that is a hard thing. People don't consider the parents, and they don't consider the feelings of the parents either. I'm all for everybody being whatever makes them happy as long as they don't hurt themselves or anybody else. But when you have a child and you raise it and you love it, and I didn't have my kids for me. I'm not one of those parents that I was desperate and I had a void and I needed to have a kid to fill it. It didn't happen that way, So whatever my children want to do and be to be happy, that's fine, But I still have dreams for my children, and I still have hopes, and I still, want them to have all the things in life that I've been blessed to have, in spades. So it is hurtful when you think of the thought of, your kid having to endure, all the things this world is going to heap upon them if they make those choices too.
Okay, but if I may, for a moment, when you say that, you're forgetting a very, I think, important thing.
Okay.
The oldest child you have right now is 14.
Right.
Okay? It's not like you have a 14 and a 30-year-old.
No, thank God.
Okay?
Uh-huh.
The stuff you're hearing from your 14-year-olds right now, that's just stuff they're saying either to get reaction. Because
that's what we say. That's what we're hoping.
Kids do that.
Right. What if it isn't, though? It's not a phase.
But and you see, like just like that other mother, they're brainwashing hers into LGBT. The traditional straight parents, who the few that are still around and are still married and are raising those kids together, they're not sitting there brainwashing them actively to be straight and be God-fearing and all this other crap that goes along with the traditional lifestyles.
Right.
They're not doing that.
No.
So those kids, what are their influences in their world? And I'm talking about all those other 14-year-old kids and their schools and all that stuff.
Right.
They're falling victim to these other kids who have these gender fluid ideas and all this other shit. And it seems, that's cool.
Yeah, there's a lot
right.
of that.
So then what do you got? You got these kids who are bent, going and influencing their peers, and now their peers are coming home all traditionally well adjusted, yet they're sounding
up.
They're not screwed up. They're just saying this stuff to get a rise out of their parents.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. What if they're not? Oh, that's not dying. What if they're not?
Well, you can't convince me, I don't care how good you are, that, only within the last 30 years has the human race been afflicted with gender fluidity all of a sudden. Like we said at the beginning of the show, there's a penis and a vagina. There's no third sex.
Right.
I know. The need for Facebook to offer up 59 other options plus a 60th option where you fill in the blank in case they haven't covered it.
Right.
What does that say about us?
No, I know.
I think the species needs to die out, to be totally honest.
I always said the pendulum's going to swing so far, it's going to just bulldoze everything like a wrecking ball, and we're going to have to restart from scratch.
Yeah.
Because again, the stereotypes are there because there's a grain of truth in them. Are they right? Is this world perfect?
No.
But that's just the way it is.
Well, this is what I'm kind of saying. Like, whoever came out and expected it to be.
I know, but that's everybody else, apparently. All these people we're talking about.
No, because the people
different.
in my generation certainly do not expect the world to be perfect. I'm sorry, they don't.
No, not in ours.
No.
But these people aren't of our generation, or they're of some fringe part where I don't know what their thinking is or what the circumstances
I don't know
led
anybody in any other culture, in any other country, in any other part of this planet that thinks that, except these new generations, and it's primarily from North America.
I don't know. And is there a solution? I don't know. But it's definitely, fodder to think about or not. Or, do you just press on and go on with your life? And generally we do, until it impinges on our life.
Well, but yes, until it maybe directly impinges on our life. But, more and more every day we are seeing more of these social stories coming out that both you and our jaws just dropped to the floor. Really? You've dropped that low now that you're making a thing out of this, whatever this is?
Right.
And it's like you say, we've got so many more things that are way more important, light years more important to talk about.
Absolutely.
Than 60 choices for your sex on Facebook.
Right, or about, still can't get over that woman who aborted her baby because it was a boy. And she's a feminist, and she wasn't going to bring another misogynistic monster into the world. Her words. I'm not going to bring another misogynistic monster into this world.
No. But you'll have sex with one.
Right.
Because you didn't get pregnant with a woman.
Right. You see? Wow. Yeah, no. See, the whole entire thing is flawed. It's just all flawed. Completely and totally.
So what do you do about it? I
don't know. You roll the theme song, and next week we interview our celebrities and talk about movies.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, there we go. That's what we do. Yes. Well, tonight has been fun. I love these free-for-alls because I get to spew and say bad words I'm not allowed to say other times.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So, I would like to thank HTLA Radio 1 for allowing us to bring you the issues that matter with the people that matter most. To whom they do. Yes, to whom they matter most. That's right. We do. We meet so many great people and awesome people and share so many awesome things, and it's all coming, so don't you go anywhere in the next weeks. Now, a huge thank you to our sponsors and supporters, and of course, we're nothing without you, our listeners. And remember, you don't have to agree with us. Everybody's entitled to have their own point, but, you have to agree or disagree to have a point, so it's all good. We all love everybody. It's all good in the end of the day. On the end of the day, we're all the same on the inside. So there you go.
There you go.
Last but not least, thank you to my producer, co-host, and traditional dominant husband. Worship you always and love you, love you, love you. Christopher John Taylor. Now, be sure to be here next Monday because you never know who's going to show up on Straight Talk to talk straight. Be your one and only too, and whatever you do. See you next time. Good night.
I'm Gil Fulbright. The people that run my campaign, they've made this commercial, and I'm in it. This campaign, it's not about me. It's about crafting a version of me that'll appeal to you. A version that visits random work sites with paid actors pointing at things. A version of me that doesn't find old people loathsome or pointless. Has a conventionally attractive yet curiously still family. Listening to my constituents, legislating, these are things I don't do. What I do is spend about 70% of my time raising funds for re-election. I'd do anything to stay in office. My name's Gil Fulbright, but hell, I'll change my name to Phil Goldbright or Bill Fulbright or fill up my mouth with farts. These are the things that are important to me. And these are the fine people that finance my campaign. Now, in order to do these things, I have to stay in office. And to stay in office, I have to keep these guys happy. Now, if any of these things make these guys unhappy, well, my hands are tied. So come November, the choice is clear. You want another spineless mouthpiece for special interest and lobbyists? Or a spineless mouthpiece for special interest and lobbyists? I'm Philip my mouth with farts, and I approve this message.
Oh, you know he is. That's right. Fill up my mouth with farts. Make sure you cast your ballots. Election 2016 coming up for Phil. He'll point at things. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it may be to you. Of course, to us, it's 3:01 p.m. in New York City. Yes, it is 73 degrees Central Park right now. Sun's out. Everything's all good for this Friday Frappuccino on coffee and cigarettes. The Friday, the 15th of May, 2015. And man, I got a show for you today. Yes, I do. Yes, today on the big show, we got ISIS threatening ancient ruins in Syria. Oh, wait, that's nothing new. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter because terrorists hit us right here at home in the U.S. in the worst possible way today. Yeah, you thought 9/11 was bad. You ain't seen nothing yet. Also today, the first warm-bodied fish, a deep-sea fish, has been discovered. Pretty stunning there. We'll get into that. Yes, well, the dead U.S. Navy midshipman hailed as a hero after the AMTRAK fatalities. Yes, he's a hero. Well, if that's not enough for you, we've also got a look at Mount St. Helens 35 years later, and, of course, a new video, a viral video, of course, sparking investigations at Kennesaw State University. And hey, U.S. airline carriers are screaming for the government to step in and save them from competition. Yeah, we can't have competition. This is business, damn it. Yes, that's right. It's business. Who gets the government to... Government, he stole my toy. I don't know what the hell that's all about, but we'll look at that today. All that and so much more today on The Big Show. So, hey, come on in, grab a cup, have a seat, light one up. It is your coffee time. Good afternoon, and welcome to HTLA Radio on New York's Best Talk, of course, and your coffee and cigarettes for your Friday Frappuccino, 15th of May, 2015, and yes, thank God it is, indeed, the Friday show. Now I got some shout-outs, welcomes, hellos, all that good stuff to the fine folks at Spreaker.com in the chat room live right now. Shooting the shit with Paulie B is in the house. The one, the only Devlon Crawford, HTLA's number one fan. The one, the only Apocalypse. The list goes on. And if you didn't hear the first part of the show, of course, then you missed penis. Yes, you missed a lot of penis. There was so much penis in this show before 3 o'clock, it was not even funny. So maybe at the end of the show, well, if you're not asleep, You can go back and listen to that first part and get your fill of penis. Yeah. Who doesn't want their fill of penis? I know I do. Well, yes, what am I doing? I'll carry on and get to the show here. Never mind my penis. Of course, in the booth today at HTLA Studio 2 in downtown Manhattan, we've got the one, the only Jenny McCartney, former social media goddess, pushing the buttons on that PreSonus 2442 digital broadcast mixer, making the show go today, and she's wants me to mention on the air that no, she is not Jenny McCarthy. That woman is 42 years old. So, there you go. Well, also joining us on the show today, as always, are the three guests/co-hosts of this fine extravaganza here. Of course, the first one comes to us live from Millbay Studios in beautiful downtown Millbay, British Columbia, Canada, which is, I'm going to be honest here, it's really a hellhole. You don't ever want to be caught in Millbay. You just don't. But unfortunately, that's where Robin Webb from the BBC went and set up his film and television studio in Millbay for some strange reason, and that's, of course, where our first guest host is coming to us live from today, of course, is the one, the only Louis Lawless of LDL Films. And, well, Louis taught me everything I know about film and television production way the hell back in 1995. Louis, do you remember that?
My film, Unrepented, did very well in Europe.
Yes, Louis. I'm talking about when you and I first met, and you took me on teaching me film and television production.
Always with a female and having a relationship, married or everything, it's always better that they do the leaving.
Right. No, I was actually talking about
which woman are you married to or living with now? The same one?
Okay, Louis, we're actually live right now.
It's just life, and I love doing it. I love doing these kind of stories anyway.
Okay, good. Well, we'll move on and do that.
It's about fucking time. Move on. All
right. Well, also joining us from about 8 blocks down the road in his lovely, beautiful, sprawling, I must say, apartment in right here in downtown Manhattan is the one, the only Gilbert Gottfried, the man who spends no money.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Well, it's true. You don't.
I'm ready.
Mm-hmm. That's good. I'm glad you're ready. Yeah.
Yes.
You bet.
Yeah.
And, of course, joining us from the undisclosed location, because, I don't know, I think he gets a lot of hate or something.
Yes.
Could be. Is the one, the only Morgan Freeman, somewhere in Tennessee there. We're not allowed to tell you.
Yes.
Right, so I guess we won't tell you. Yeah.
Newsflash, you stupid cocks.
Uh-huh.
Tie yourself down to whatever chair you're sitting in, because this is going to be a rough fucking ride.
Right. Uh-huh.
They get crazy because all of a sudden nobody loves them.
Oh, I know.
Yes.
I know. Well, we love you, Morgan. We absolutely love you, and I'm glad you're here today.
Punch yourself in the face right now.
Okay, well, we'll do that maybe at the first commercial break.
Yes.
Yeah. So welcome to the show. Thanks for being here today.
Break for a commercial.
No. Well, today we got a lot to get through. It's probably going to be that 90-minute show again.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, no? You don't have enough time? Or
Yes.
He doesn't?
Yes.
No. I don't know. Well, whatever. It's probably going to be a 90-minuter because we got a lot to get to today, and it's all really important news.
Yes.
Yeah, I got some big stories today.
Yes.
Of course, I'm not going to get into those. No, we wouldn't want to bring everybody down on Friday with, serious news.
Yes.
No. So we'll move on, but we do need to bring, I guess, a couple of serious things to our attention as we approach the weekend here. Ancient Palmyra ruins have been threatened as ISIL advances in Syria. Now, this is apparently, the big hitting story today here coming out of Syria, but I don't know. I remember, was it a month ago?
Yes.
Yeah, it was about a month ago. ISIS was threatening some ruins in Syria, and then about a month and a half before that.
Yes.
Yeah. They were doing it again. Before we had Arnold Schwarzenegger, they were threatening to do it, I think, in Iraq?
Yes.
Yeah. So I guess, I don't know, the new world order of terrorism is to, I don't know, desecrate ruins. I don't know what the hell it is.
It's not fucking funny.
Yeah, no. It is.
Double fucking news flash. I do not give a flying fuck.
Yeah, well, you know what? If you were Syrian,
Yes.
yeah, you would then.
Punch yourself in the face right now.
Well, the Islamic State seized control Thursday of buildings in the outskirts of Palmyra, Syria, according to reports. Palmyra is known as the Tadmor and is home to ancient ruins dating back 2,000 years. ISIL destroyed and damaged artifacts and historic landmarks in Iraq. Yeah, we already said that.
Yes.
And there's a concern that the group will also seek to damage the Palmyra ruins. If ISIL enters Palmyra, it will spell its destruction, Syria's antiquities director Mamoun Abu Dakaram told the French press today. If the ancient city falls, it will be an international catastrophe. It will be the repetition of the barbarism and savagery which we saw in Nimrud, Hatira, and Mosul, he said. Whatever. You know, I'm thinking as long as they stay out of Egypt... who wants to see a bunch of old Muslims used to live? Yeah. Palmyra is listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. UNESCO, or United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, is a United Nations agency that does pretty much nothing like the rest. Well, that organization released a statement today from General Director Irina Bokova saying that the ruins are in imminent danger and calling for an immediate end to the fighting near the site. I'm sure they will listen to that.
I will fucking cunt punt the next person I hear about doing something like that.
Yes.
Well, that's good to know. Yeah, that's what it is. We should send you over to Iraq and Syria.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You betcha. I'd
No.
do that in a...
No.
No, we should.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, Palmyra represents a unique relic of the 1st century A.D. and a masterpiece of architecture and Roman urbanism. I submit that the Romans are the best example of Roman urbanism, and that's in Italy. Well, anyway, with its famous columned main street and the Temple of Baal, one of the most important cultural monuments in the entire region, the statement said. Really? The Temple of Baal? I thought he was one of the brothers in the Diablo video game series. Wasn't he? I'm pretty sure he was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
How about that Diablo 3, Morgan? You like that?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. Anything you want to add to that? Or
Go fuck yourself.
Okay.
And for those of you who are offended at this, I would apologize, but I really don't give a fuck.
Yes.
Go fuck yourself.
All right. Thanks for the bonus go F yourself. Thank you. Well, there you go. That was the top Syrian story today.
Yes.
It doesn't get much more serious in Syria than that Syrian story.
Yes.
And before I move on, I am being nudged in the side by Jenny's nipples. That we do need to do, Gilbert, your song today, of course.
Yes.
And Morgan, he's got that story for us.
Yes.
Right. Okay, well, to risk, or to not risk jail, I
Yes.
guess, is what I should be doing. So without further ado, of course, Gilbert is going to be singing the theme from Problem Child. Of course, he was in Problem Child 1,
Yes.
the first movie. You were in Problem Child 2, the sequel.
Yes.
You were in the made-for-television Problem Child 3.
Yes.
Well, now it seems that the brilliant maniacs in Hollywood... Yes, they've decided to bring us Problem Child all over again.
Yes.
It's not a sequel. It's not a prequel, trequel, any of that.
Yes.
No. They're bringing us a nice, fresh, brand new, same old movie.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. So in promotion for that, Gilbert has to sing his little song here. So, Gilbert, you just go right ahead, right anytime you're ready.
You know, I'm the most talented guy in this room.
Yeah, whatever. Just get to the song.
Yes.
Yeah. Just go ahead.
Na, 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 na. Ba, ma, 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 ma. Oh, yeah. Who wants to grow up? Who wants responsibility? Oh, no, not me. Who wants to show up and work until you're 93? Now everybody says you're running wild. The teacher's calling you a problem. Ooh,
yeah. Oh, there it is. That's the quality I'm talking about right there.
They get crazy because all of a sudden nobody loves them.
Yes. Now, is that it, Gilbert? Does nobody love you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I know nobody loves you.
No,
they don't.
yes.
No. All right. Well, now, without further ado, we must bring you Morgan Freeman.
Yes.
Yes, reading his whatever today's story is. Go ahead whenever you're ready.
Yes. Once upon a time, there was a goat named Clarence. Clarence was just a normal goat who liked to play with his friends in the backyard. Like all goats, Clarence liked to pretend he had a castle and that he was queen of all Goatland, sitting in his throne made from the skulls of all who had defied him. One day, Clarence got a little rambunctious, and after destroying his owner's greenhouse, car, and treadmill, he wondered if there was more to life. So he made up his mind to visit the world outside his fence. After climbing all the way up a big ladder, Clarence found a jetpack, and he took off like a bird, except with no control over where he was going at all. Once he finally landed, he found himself at a human protest. They were protesting penis-shaped food.
Yes.
Clarence didn't understand at all. Carrots and bananas were some of his favorite foods, so Clarence killed them all. Clarence thought maybe next time they would protest something worthwhile, like vagina-shaped food.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a pomegranate cut in half? Or a fistful of shaved pastrami? That's nasty. Clarence then went into the forest and came upon something interesting. It began to rain goats, like the "it's raining cats and dogs" metaphor, but literally, and with goats. Dozens and dozens of goats. I'm talking a fuck-ton of goats.
Yeah.
Then, as you might imagine, the goats turned into an unholy ball of death, and Clarence was transformed into a super-powerful demon goat. Being a demon goat was a lot like having a jetpack, except more insane and fucked up. Clarence was having a really fun day, but all fun has to end eventually.
Oh, yeah.
Even for a demonic flying goat with a 300-foot-long tongue. So after he robbed a convenience store and went to a low-gravity testing facility and murdered a woman there by bouncing her off several higher wind speed fans, he headed home for a pleasant dinner with his family. His family was sure glad to see Clarence. They'd been worried about him. Clarence assured them that he was fine by going on an after-dinner rampage through the house. And he even took one of them for a ride into the sky on his 300-foot-long tongue. What a great day.
Well, that was absolutely incredible, Morgan. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, that was demon goats.
Yes.
It's no wonder. Morgan. He's renowned for his voice.
Yes.
And he does all these things, these animations, these cartoons, these films and television things, and it's just good that he's into entertainment. Yeah, that's. I don't know how much longer can I talk about nothing.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see.
Which, by the way, in case you're an idiot and need it spelled out for you, we fucking suck so far.
Okay. All right. Well, to I guess unsuck the show. I guess we'll give you the. I think I've got about a 15-second election 2016 update.
Yes.
Yeah. So just so you know, let's see where to start. I'm going to say presidential 2016 GOP candidate Lindsey Graham has got the hat in. 2016 presidential candidate John Kasich has got his hat in. Yeah. Oh, yeah? Wow. Thank you. Wow. That's excellent. Yeah. And a Ford EcoBoost challenge, yeah.
Yes.
And of course, finally, Hillary Rodham, Dennis Rodman, Scooby-Doo Clinton is, of course, throwing her hat in.
Yes.
She is in there, and she's going to stay in there until somebody forcibly removes her. Yeah. So there you go. That's your 2016 update right there. Well, moving on today, we're going to go for our first commercial break, but never fear, when we come back, we got some good stuff.
Yes.
Don't say that. You don't know.
No.
No, you don't have a clue.
Yes.
Yeah. See, Morgan, you're in your house in Tennessee in your undisclosed location.
Yes.
Yes, just like, I don't know, why are you so damned undisclosed and cut off? Are you still playing President from that movie? What do you...
It's not fucking funny.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, we're going to be back in 2 minutes. When we come back, we're going to tell you about a group, yes, a terrorist group that has attacked the U.S. in the absolute most heinous way. 9/11 was a spring party compared to this. This is absolutely horrifying. We've got it all for you when we come back. We'll be back in 2.
You've got it locked to HTLA Radio 1, New York.
What if there was a coffee that was sourced from some of the world's most renowned growing regions? Abundant with rich, fertile soil. What if this coffee was picked at the perfect moment, then packed meticulously and shipped carefully to be roasted under the watchful eye of coffee masters? What if it was expertly blended, ground, and sealed, ensuring maximum flavor and freshness, then brewed in small batches and always served fresh within 20 minutes, just the way you like it? Now, what if this coffee just happened to be the coffee you already know and love? Tim Hortons. Always fresh, always great tasting coffee.
Man, I've been to a lot of places over these past 50 years. Seen the whole true north strong and free. 'Cause I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere. I've been to Cooksville, Stouffville, Bainesville, Bowmanville, Bonnieville, Unionville, Oakville, Dunville, Brockville, Boucherville, Melville, Drummondville, Kentville, Grenville, Morinville, Maryville, Parksville, Stephenville, Sackville, Spring Hill, Westville, Walkerville, hanging on a windowsill. Hey! He said, wow, that's a lot of places. I said, hang on, there's more. I've been to Moncton, Picton, Shannon, Vernon, Stellarton, Hamilton, Nipigon, Nobleton, Yorkton, Brighton, Bolton, Beaverton, Brandon, Edmonton, Walkerton, Wyerton, Granby, Miramichi, Charlottetown, Burnaby, Yellowknife, Whitehorse, Corner Brook, none of it. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. I crossed the prairies bare, man. I breathed the mountain air. I've traveled, I've done my share, man. I've been everywhere, man. Check it out. Ottawa, Wawa, Mattawa, Chippewa, Moose Jaw, Oshawa.
Some said the U.S. has lost its innovative power. We said America is lighting the way as the innovation nation. Singular insights, superior execution. That's the power of global connections. Bank of America Merrill Lynch. Voted top global research firm 2011, 12, and 13.
Hi, I'm Mike, founder of DollarShaveClub.com. What is DollarShaveClub.com? Well, for $1 a month, we send high-quality razors right to your door. Yeah, $1. Are the blades any good? No. Our blades are f***ing great. Each razor has stainless steel blades, an aloe vera lubricating strip, and a pivot head. It's so gentle a toddler could use it. And do you like spending $20 a month on brand name razors? 19 go to Roger Federer. I'm good at tennis. And do you think your razor needs a vibrating handle, a flashlight, a back scratcher, and 10 blades? Your handsome-ass grandfather had 1 blade and polio. Looking good, pop-up! Stop paying for shave tech you don't need. And stop forgetting to buy your blades every month. Alejandro and I are going to ship them right to you. We're not just selling razors, we're also making new jobs. Alejandro, what were you doing last month?
Not working.
What are you doing now?
Working.
I'm no Vanderbilt, but this train makes hay. So stop forgetting to buy your blades every month and start deciding where you're going to stack all those dollar bills I'm saving you. We are DollarShaveClub.com, and the party is on.
I've been so inspired by being in New York because everything from what people are wearing on the street to the way they're interacting with each other, to drive through the West Village at night and you see a couple kissing on the street, or you see someone fighting outside their apartment, or you see so much humanity on a daily basis that even if you're not inspired by your own life that day, you can be inspired by someone else's life.
You got that long hair, slicked back, white t-shirt, and I got that good girl face and a tight little skirt. And when we go crashing down, we come back every time, 'cause we never go out, we never style, we never go out of style. Take me out.
There's only one place to get more Taylor.
We're New York's best talk radio, HTLA Radio 1.
He was always nice to me.
Go fuck yourself.
Yes. It's always a joy to have Mr. Morgan Freeman in the house.
Yes. Newsflash, you stupid cunts.
I know.
Tie yourself down to whatever chair you're sitting in, because this is going to be a rough fucking ride.
Well, welcome back to the big program this afternoon. Your coffee and cigarettes on HTLA Radio 1, New York's best talk. Yes, the 15th of May today, this Friday. New York, 74 degrees in the Central Park right now. It's a hell of a nice day, and that's the way I like it.
Yes.
I won't have to punch anybody in the face.
Punch yourself in the face right now.
No, I don't. I don't have to.
I do not give a flying fuck.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, listen, we're back, and we are fighting the good fight here in the show today, of course. And, well, I gotta say it. Welcome and kudos to, wow, so many. Mom. That's right. My mom is listening in today. There she is. All the way from her home in Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. That's about, I guess an hour away from Mill Bay Studios there, Louis?
You know how to spell my last name on the check, right? It's Louis Lawless.
Right. It's about an hour away.
It's about fucking time. Move on.
Oh, never mind. All right. Oh, you're such a nice man.
It's just life, and I love doing it. I love doing these kind of stories anyway.
Yeah, sure. Do you have a clue what your name is? Do you know? Oh, my God.
I remember being on your radio show in Chicago.
Yeah, but we don't want to talk about that again. No, we really don't want to go there. I don't.
Would you be happy?
No.
Would you?
No.
No, you wouldn't. So why the fuck would you do it to them? It's not fucking funny.
All right. right. Well, we got to take it down, guys. Now this is a serious part of the show.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It's very serious. We have to.
No.
Yeah, it
Yes.
is. It is. So just take it down.
Yes.
There we go. All right. Unfortunately, I do have to announce the absolute worst story that has happened in the world of terrorism against the United States since terrorism began in the United States. No, I'm serious. This is serious.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So don't just calm down. Just yeah. There's a new terrorist group in town.
Yeah.
Well, don't laugh. They're new, but they're not unknown. No. I don't know where to start. You know where I'm going to start? I'm going to start with the official story. We're going to give that to you, and then I'll get into it here. Here you go.
It's not actually an emergency. It's just totally disgusting.
There it was at Peachtree Road and Paces Ferry in the middle of the day for all to see. A pornographic picture of a man that prompted several 911 calls.
There's an electronic billboard that is flashing a naked man.
On Wednesday, 4 days later, on Reddit, a social networking and news website, a group called Assange Shuffle Collective claimed responsibility. The group ostensibly sympathizers with WikiLeaks chief editor Julian Assange. Ironically, we didn't realize that Buckhead was an incredibly affluent neighborhood, which makes the whole thing terrifically good fun. Burn the rich. The FBI says they're trying to track down the group, but it may be difficult. In one exchange on Reddit, someone wrote, "Good luck not getting arrested," to which Assange Shuffle responded and perhaps taunted investigators, "Oh, we've got that covered. Also, good luck we're behind 7 proxies."
Yeah.
They intimated Buckhead wasn't the only place they hit.
That's a bad joke. It's a real bad joke.
That's a bad joke because it's very, very graphic.
Yes.
There you go. So that's the official story from USA Today. Of course, the story is absolutely real and terrifying. Yes, in Atlanta today, a group claiming responsibility for a pornographic image on an electric billboard in the very heart of Atlanta neighborhood seems to sympathize with WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange. On Saturday, a lewd image of a naked man flashed between ads on a digital billboard at the corner of Peachtree and East Paces Ferry roads in, Buckhead. They probably sat around there when they were designing that town and going, geez, what's the most offensive name we could come up with without swearing?
Yes.
Hey, I know, let's call our city Buckhead. Well, to add further stupidity to the story, yes, several people who saw the image called 911.
Yeah.
It's not an emergency. It's just totally disgusting, one caller said. Really? Let's see. Let's go over this one time for the kids at home who may have missed it. 911. Police, fire, or emergency? Now, just let me clarify here. Now,
yes.
Did at some point, did any point, maybe I'm just out of touch here in, New York City.
Yes.
Maybe I'm just out of touch. Maybe I missed something. Have they upgraded the 911 service to include pornography report? Did they do that? Well, on Wednesday, a group called Assange Shuffle Collective. Yes, we had ISIS and ISIL. Now we've got the ASC. And no, that's not the assholes of Southern California. Well, they claimed responsibility on Reddit. Oh, that's kind of a strange twist. Usually that's traditionally done on Twitter.
Yes.
What are you doing that on Reddit for? That seems a little lowbrow.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, Assange took refuge in Equator's embassy in London in June 2012, fearing extradition to the U.S., where WikiLeaks published secret documents, including 250,000 State Department cables. On Monday, 2 days after the incident in Atlanta, Sweden's highest court rejected Assange's appeal of a pretrial detention order over sexual assault allegations. Prosecutors want to question Assange, now 43, over allegations of rape, sexual molestation, and illegal coercion made by two women after he traveled to Sweden in 2010. Wait a minute. What the hell else do you do in Sweden? Come on. The Swedish girls, they're the national treasure.
Yes.
Their tourism, you go there for Swedish girls. What? Well, he has not been formally indicted to date, and he denies the allegations. See, I wouldn't. I would.
Yes.
I would totally. Yeah, that was me and them. I did that. Yeah. Well, on Reddit, Assange Shuffle Collective wrote, quote, "Ironically, we didn't realize that Buckhead was an incredibly affluent neighborhood, which makes the whole thing terrifically good fun. Burn the rich." Well, I don't know how putting out pictures of a penis has anything to do with burning the rich.
Yes.
I don't see that. Where is that?
Got on the elevator in L.A. one day, and the lady said, "Oh, I just saw you in the Hudsucker reduction."
Well, thanks for that little throw in, Morgan.
Yes.
Yeah, that was great because it had nothing to do with what we were talking about. And, yeah, that was just great.
I do not give a flying fuck.
Okay. Well, the FBI said it is now trying to track the group, though it may be difficult despite the group publicly claiming responsibility for posting the image. In an exchange on Reddit, one poster wrote, "Good luck not getting arrested." Assange Shuffle Collective responded, "Oh, we've got that covered. Also, good luck, we're behind 7 proxies." Yes, the group estimated at the Buckhead incident was not the only place they hit. The FBI said it's trying to determine the scope of the attack. Yes. Yes, in how many places all over the U.S. has Dick appeared? Yeah, so far there have been no other reported graphic displays on billboards across the country, although some people may like them and not report them. Well, there you go. Now, that is terrorism today. There it is. That's 9/11. That was just the door opening.
Yes,
that's all that was. Now we've got penis picture attacks.
Yes,
and I just don't know what's next. I mean, entire porno movies being put out on Netflix. I mean, what are and you have to wonder what the motivation is. I don't think it's got anything to do with WikiLeaks or this Assange guy or anything else. I think this is really is. Yeah.
Yes.
I think it's is, and I think what they're doing is they're saying, "Oh, well, you show dirty pictures of Muhammad, we show dirty pictures of you."
Double fucking news flash. I do not give a flying fuck.
All right.
He needs love, Chris. Come on.
Well, I know.
You got to dispense more love from yourself. All these people are hurting here.
Yes.
Well, I'll try to dispense that love, Louis. Thank you. I'll do that. Well, I guess moving on today, we'll give you some, a little bit of scientific news. Yes, we'll go all scientific on you. They've discovered, yes, they have, those oceanographer biologists have discovered the first warm-blooded fish. And the most amazing thing about this is a deep water fish.
Yes.
Yeah, as opposed to those, shallow water fishes.
Yes.
Cold fins, warm heart? Well, it's strange but true, but scientists say in the discovery that defies conventional biology, a big fish that lives deep in the Pacific Ocean has been found to be warm-blooded, just like humans and other mammals and birds. Researchers from NOAA and determined that unlike the unlike other... Punch
yourself in the face right now.
Yeah.
So that I don't have to fucking do it myself.
Well, this would be a good time, of course, to mention that today's episode is brought to you by the fine folks at Tim Hortons in New York City.
Yes.
Now with 8 fine locations in the city to serve all of your coffee and baked goods needs.
I'd like to have that as my slogan in life.
Yes. Gilbert, always fresh Godfrey. Now back to the show. Yeah. Well, determined that unlike other fish, opa generate heat as they swim and distribute the warmth throughout their entire disc-shaped bodies by special blood vessels. Special counter-current heat exchangers in their gills that minimize heat loss, allowing deep-water predators to keep their bodies several degrees above water temperature 250 feet down and deeper. There has never been anything like this seen in a fish's gills before, says biologist Nick Wegner, lead author of the report. Though some species of the fish can temporarily warm their swim muscles, including tuna and some sharks, whole body endothermy is distinguished to mammals and birds from fish and reptiles, which draw heat from their environments. The opa appears to produce the majority of its heat by constantly flapping its pectoral fins, which are used in continuous swimming. You guys don't really give two craps about this, do you? All right. Next window.
Yes.
Well, how about the naval midshipman who died in the AMTRAK train disaster? He's being, of course, recalled as a phenomenal young man. He was always such a good boy. Oh, yes, one of the 8 victims killed in the AMTRAK train derailment in Philadelphia was laid to rest today. U.S. Naval Academy midshipman Justin Zemser, 21, of Queens, New York, was buried with full military honors. Zemser's commanding officer called the youth a phenomenal young man. Captain Brady Sublett said that at his service at Zemser had just this quiet strength about him, he said. Sublett spoke today outside the Boulevard Riverside Hewlett Chapel, Long Island, where Zemser's funeral is taking place. About 160 midshipmen attended the service. The Naval Academy's superintendent says Zemser was a talented and highly respected young man with a tremendously bright future. He was a member of the Navy Spirit football team and the Jewish Midshipman Club and the Semper Fi Society, a Marine Corps club. Zemser, a sophomore, was traveling from the academy at Annapolis, Maryland, to his home in New York City when he was killed in Tuesday's derailment in Philadelphia. He was one of 8 people killed. At least 200 more were injured as the 7 cars sped into a curve and tumbled from the tracks. The last wrecked cars from the deadly derailment have been pulled from the track. The passenger coaches are being taken along in flatbed trucks to an AMTRAK facility. Aflac!
Yes.
Being taken to an AMTRAK facility in Delaware for further examination. The NTSB released the crash site back to AMTRAK on Thursday. The railroad is making repairs to damaged tracks, signals, and overhead power lines before resuming a limited service between Philly and New York on Monday. Full service is expected the following day. The focus of the investigation is now on the engineer. Yes, that drunk black man.
It's not fucking fun.
Well, yes. Federal investigators say that as the train approached the curb, it accelerated to 106 miles an hour, more than twice the speed limit for that section of track. The engineer, Brandon Bastian, has agreed to be interviewed by the NTSB investigators in the next few days, but will release no more details than you or I could give them. Yes, this, of course, because his lawyer says he has, quote, absolutely no recollection whatsoever of the events. So, hey, I say we go down and get, just somebody off the street in Times Square here, and we'll have the NTSB interview them about the situation there, and that should be, good.
Newsflash, you stupid cocks.
I know. Well, hey, don't you worry. We're going to go for another commercial break. When we come back, we've got an amazing and exciting story.
Yes.
Yes, it's amazing and exciting. And it hits home. Yes, it does. It's very personal to me.
Yes.
Yes, of course, Mount St. Helens. Yes, we've got the Mount St. Helens disaster, the volcanic eruption. Yes, 35 years later. Man, are you excited? I'm excited. It doesn't get much better than this.
By the way, in case you're an idiot and need it spelled out for you, we fucking suck so far.
I know. Well, suck or not, that's what we're here for.
Yes.
That's and you're not going anywhere, Morgan. No.
Yes.
Yeah, no, he's not. No, I paid for my time. I'll have my time with Morgan.
Yes.
Punch yourself in the face right now.
That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Anyway, gang, we'll be back in 2. We'll give you some Mount St. Helens Mountain Dew.
You've got it locked to New York's best talk, HTLA Radio 1.
Hi, I'm Mike, founder of DollarShaveClub.com. What is DollarShaveClub.com? Well, for $1 a month, we send high-quality razors right to your door. Yeah, $1. Are the blades any good? No. Our blades are f***ing great. Each razor has stainless steel blades, an aloe vera lubricating strip, and a pivot head. It's so gentle a toddler could use it. And do you like spending $20 a month on brand name razors? 19 go to Roger Federer. I'm good at tennis. And do you think your razor needs a vibrating handle, a flashlight, a back scratcher, and 10 blades? Your handsome-ass grandfather had 1 blade and polio. Looking good, pop-up! Stop paying for shave tech you don't need. And stop forgetting to buy your blades every month. Alejandro and I are going to ship them right to you. We're not just selling razors, we're also making new jobs. Alejandro, what were you doing last month?
Not working.
What are you doing now?
Working.
I'm no Vanderbilt, but this train makes hay. So stop forgetting to buy your blades every month and start deciding where you're going to stack all those dollar bills I'm saving you. We are DollarShaveClub.com, and the party is on.
It could be 7 in the morning.
Or 10 at night.
In Chilliwack, BC.
Or St. Peter's, Nova Scotia.
It could be Michelle.
Or Mark.
Or Jen.
But whenever, wherever you order that cup of Tim Hortons Premium Blend Coffee,
You know that it's always fresh.
From Newfoundland and Labrador to Vancouver Island, Tim Hortons, a coffee all our own.
When we arrived at our hotel in New York, the porter was so incredibly careless with our bags. And the room they gave us, it was beautiful. A broom closet. But the worst part was the shower. My wife drying herself with the
Egyptian cotton towels.
Shower curtain defined that whole vacation for her. Don't just visit New York.
Visit TripAdvisor New York.
With millions of reviews, a visit to TripAdvisor makes any destination better.
Some said the U.S. has lost its innovative power. We said America is lighting the way as the innovation nation. Singular insights, superior execution. That's the power of global connections. Bank of America Merrill Lynch. Voted top global research firm 2011, 12, and 13.
I've been so inspired by being in New York because everything from what people are wearing on the street to the way they're interacting with each other, to drive through the West Village at night and you see a couple kissing on the street, or you see someone fighting outside their apartment, or you see so much humanity on a daily basis that even if you're not inspired by your own life that day, you can be inspired by someone else's life.
You got that long hair, slick back, white t-shirt.
There's only one place to get more Taylor.
We're New York's best talk radio, HTLA Radio 1.
Doesn't that count for something? No, you stupid fucking asshats. It fucking doesn't. Do you want to know fucking why? Do you? It's not fucking funny.
I think it's hilarious.
The music is fantastic. Oh, you got to hear it.
Yeah, we can hear the music, Louis. Yeah. We can.
Yeah, and I remember we hung out afterwards and had a wild time.
Oh, we're going to talk about the radio show in Chicago again, are we?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay.
And I remember, too, when we were in the alleyway, pants zipped up, there was this one, sleazy-looking guy who walked by who was staring at us, and you turned around, and, he was what? What's your problem? And you said, you don't give a shit.
Oh, your stories of the alley, they just, they regale us all. Yes.
And another time, you were going to buy drugs from your pusher.
Oh, yeah.
And you were like a block away, and then somebody walked up to your pusher first and shot your pusher.
Him. Yeah, blew his head right off.
Yes.
Yeah.
We hugged in the elevator, and I still have an erection.
They get crazy because all of a sudden nobody loves them.
I know. But hey, what are you going to do?
Newsflash, you stupid cocks.
Yeah.
Tie yourself down to whatever chair you're sitting in, because this is going to be a rough fucking ride. Yeah.
Well, hey, welcome back to the big show. Coffee and Cigarettes, your Friday Frappuccino on HTLA Radio 1, New York's best talk. And I say New York's best talk all the time. And,
yes.
And that's because we are.
Yes.
Because we're the only talk show in New York City. Yeah, WNYC, you can suck me.
Yes.
Bunch of PBS rejects over there.
And for those of you who are offended at this, I would apologize.
But
I really don't give a fuck.
Right.
Go fuck yourself.
I couldn't put it any better, Morgan. I just, there they are. There they are.
You know why, Chris? Because you're such a control freak, you don't want anyone to tell you what to do.
Really? Is that, yeah? You think so, huh?
No. No, I don't.
Now, I remember sitting next to you on a plane.
Yeah.
Yes, and I was flying out to L.A. to audition for some movie that I didn't get.
Right.
Which was fine.
Yeah.
Because I remember I was reading the script, and you said to me, oh, what are you reading? And I said, oh, it's some John Travolta comedy. Called The Experts.
Yeah.
And it's about two young hip Americans who get kidnapped by Russian spies to teach them how to act like young hip Americans. And you, being a fortune teller, said, oh, that sounds like a piece of shit.
Yeah. Oh, that was the good old days, right?
Yes.
Oh, man.
That's what they've done. They've reached a particular point that they feel they're untouchable.
You lost me, Louis.
Didn't you read the goddamn script? I sent it to you.
Well, no, I didn't, sir, as I never do.
Yes.
Yeah, I just get on here and wing it.
It's about fucking time. Move on.
All right, well. moving on, and before we get to that incredible, stunning, and absolutely amazing story about Mount St. Helens 35 years later, which we're not doing, by the way. Yeah. Jenny, you can just take that and stuff it up your... Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing with Coffee and Cigarettes, gang. You can always come here and get 35-year-old news. Yeah? No, that's not happening.
Yes.
We're gonna carry on. And
Yes.
No.
No.
Right.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
There you go. Well, are you confused yet? I sure as hell am.
Yes.
Actually, no, to follow up on that AMTRAK story, of course, everybody was talking when the disaster happened.
Yes.
They're talking about, of course, how, AMTRAK's budget was cut by those senators that use it every day.
Yes.
And, yeah. Then they were all like, well, look what happened. We've got to have our budgets back.
Yes.
We gotta... But then it was ultimately released that was the negligence of the drunk black engineer. Yeah.
It's not fucking funny.
Well, to further carry on with that story and do a little bit more of our due diligence here at HTLA News 1.
Yes.
As the Amtrak's fatal crash in Philadelphia highlighted the long-running feud over federal funding for the passenger railroad. Investigators said the train was traveling at more than twice the speed limit through that curb, derailing on Tuesday, killing 7. While the NTSB investigates the cause, lawmakers called for additional funding for aging rails and bridges. We do not know what caused this accident. No, yeah, we do. Yeah. It was a Vicodin popping, vodka drinking black man.
It's not fucking funny.
Wait a minute, I got lost. HTLA. Oh, HTLA.
Mm-hmm.
Hell is that?
That's you screwing with buttons. That's what that is. Yes, so we don't know what caused the accident, but what we do know, we need to invest in 21st century systems and equipment to stop relying on patchwork upgrades and old, rusted 19th century rail lines, says Senator Bob Menendez, Democrat of New Jersey, who rides Amtrak weekly. Yes, Representatives Peter DeFazio of Oregon and Michael Capuano of Massachusetts are at the top of the Democrats in the House Transportation Committee and Railroad Subcommittee, who urged against further cuts to Amtrak, already facing a $21 billion maintenance and repair backlog. But Congress is grappling with funding restrictions that make it difficult to boost spending for one priority without reducing spending elsewhere and generating additional revenue. Here's a hint, guys. Bring the troops home. There you go. Well, House Speaker John Boehner, Republican of Ohio, says Thursday that asking about Amtrak funding in relation to the crash is, of course, a stupid question. Yes, Boehner said the train was doing twice the speed limit because of that crazy drunk black man. It's hard for me to imagine that people take the bait on some nonsense that gets spewed around here, Boehner added. The day after the crash, the White House Appropriations Subcommittee rejected a proposal to reverse funding cuts for Amtrak within a transportation spending bill. Senators said they'll just take their cars. Every day, tens of thousands of other folks unfortunately have to travel that nation's nastiness. The majority of those along the Northwest Corridor are where the accident actually occurred, said Rep. Chakafata. Chakafata? What? Really? We got a Chaka Khan in Senate?
Yes.
Democrat from PA who proposed restoring funding to a level President Obama requested. These riders deserve safe, secure, and modern infrastructure, and not just because we ride it. Well, the House bill would provide $1.14 billion for AMTRAK for the year starting October 1st, which is $251 million less than this year. The House committee voted 21-30 along party lines to reject the president's request to increase AMTRAK's funding by $107 million to $2.45 billion overall. The proposed 18% cut is part of the Republican spending plan that would make significant reductions in many domestic programs. The bill strikes a smart, intentional balance between funding essential programs and making responsible reductions to lower priority activities and to make sure we meet our tight budget guidelines, says Hal Rogers from Kentucky, who, of course, heads the panel and does not ride the bloody train. He went on to further say, I would never go on that death trap.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, moving on, a judge calls Texas man held for lying to the FBI a flight risk. Yeah. Well, on Friday, a judge detained a Texas man authorities have charged with making a false statement about his travels to Syria, saying he is a possible flight risk and safety threat to the public. Authorities say Bilal Aboud Kamani. Apparently, he lied to the FBI about his travels to Syria and that he allegedly pledged allegiance to Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. Of course, being the leader of the Islamic State and threatening to take over worldwide pornography. Well, Aboud was in federal court today for he was probably in court today. For a cause hearing, the heart of the criminal case against Aboud is a tweet.
Yes.
Yes, the Iraqi-born native who now lives in Mesquite, Texas, said he does not support the terrorist group, but the FBI alleges that is not what he posted to Twitter. Really? They're going to throw you in Guantanamo for 50 years because you made a post to Twitter? Really? You could go to prison for a tweet, says Richard Roper, the former U.S. attorney for the Northern District of Texas, even if you have no bloody followers. Yes, according to the FBI's 7-page criminal complaint, unsealed Thursday, on March 29, 2013, Aboud was refused permission to board a flight at the Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. Aboud told authorities he planned to visit his family in Iraq. However, the FBI alleges he later claimed he planned to travel to Syria to fight against the regime of Bashir al-Assad and the Free Syrian Army. The FBI claimed, wait a minute, the FBI is domestic. What the hell? Why are they sitting there getting all international and shit? What's... Oh, wait, I know what it is. CIA can't do their job, so the FBI's got to step up. Yeah.
It's not fucking funny.
Yeah. Well, Aboud allegedly admitted to traveling to Syria, which he left after he became frustrated with the lack of action and wanted to return to the United States. Really? I thought you were meeting your family. He's not getting any action from his family.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, he denied any connection to terrorist organizations, including the Islamic State, known as ISIS or ISIL. Well, thanks for that update.
Yeah.
When Aboud returned, the FBI questioned him again and seized his computer. The federal complaint said agents discovered that Aboud tweeted, quote, I pledge obedience to the Caliphate Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. I think I'm going to do that and see how long it takes him to get here.
Yes.
That'd be fun. Well, agents said Aboud denied them that he supported al-Baghdadi and that it's the heart of their case. That false statement, Roper continued. Aboud moved to Mesquite from Iraq in 2009. Yeah, it's a logical progression, right? I'm a sun spider in Iraq. I must move to Texas. Well, he said he used to work as a translator for the U.S. Army there. That's why Texas was appealing. Well, you may not have known this. Lying to the FBI is punishable by up to 5 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. Yeah. Yeah, I did not know that. In his initial appearance Thursday afternoon, Abood appeared nervous and worried and asked the judge for a Muslim attorney because he said he was afraid of the FBI. U.S. officials have warned Americans of ISIL's increasing efforts to recruit Americans. On May 7th, FBI Director James Comey said there were hundreds, maybe thousands of people across the nation who are receiving recruitment overtures from the terrorist group or directives to attack the USA. Comey said ISIL is leveraging social media and smartphones to reach, quote, disturbed people. Yes, and those disturbed people who could be pushed to launch assaults on U.S. targets. The FBI director's comments came over two ISIL sympathizers as they launched a violent but bungled attack May 3rd at the Garland, Texas cartoon contest featuring depictions of the Prophet Muhammad. One of the men, Elton Simpson, was known to the Bureau. The 30-year-old Simpson and associate Nadir Sufi, 34, were fatally shot by a police officer who was just kind of bored and thought he'd flex the gun. Well, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. We've got some good stuff now. We got viral video.
No.
No, we do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
See? That's right. Viral video. It's fun, and it's free.
Yes.
There you go. Well, with the hashtag It's Bigger Than KSU, video sparks investigations at Kennesaw State University. Kennesaw, Georgia. A brief video from the Kennesaw State University student has sparked an investigation now by the university. The video is tweeted by KSU student Kevin Bruce. It shows what happened when he was walking in the lobby of the Wellstar College of Health and Human Services as he tried to see his student advisor. A woman who we were not identifying because it's not Jenny. No, it just looks like her.
Yes.
Yeah. And who is also a student advisor, tells Bruce that he has to leave immediately and accuses Bruce of harassment. Yeah, sitting here until somebody is available is harassing them, she said. Would you like for me to call campus security?
They get crazy because all of a sudden nobody loves them.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, as of Thursday evening, the video had been retweeted more than 5,000 times, and its hashtag, It's Bigger Than KSU, has been trending nationally. I guess you're going to see this girl fired. Bruce followed up with some other tweets saying that even when he has called ahead to make appointments, he can't get in to see his student advisor. That's why he showed up to wait, he said. On his Facebook page, where he also posted the video, Bruce points out that it's not a racial issue.
It's not fucking funny.
Yes.
It's a university problem that many students have, he said. Kennesaw State said the university takes this seriously and is working with Bruce to review his concerns now. So far, we have not been able to reach the woman in the video. No. And if you are you an entrepreneur out there?
Yes.
Well, I know you are, selling all your stupid DVDs and crap. No, I meant, the listeners.
Yes.
In general, you
Yes.
know, are you an entrepreneur? This could
No.
I wasn't asking you.
I do not give a flying fuck.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, if you are an entrepreneur out there, or maybe even just work for one, this next story kind of, reeks of, holy crap, really? Yes, it's about the U.S. Airlines, and of course they're asking now, and I'm not even kidding here, they're asking for immediate action against the Gulf rivals to stem the job losses. They're threatening the job losses. I'm telling you, it's the war on airline terror. Well, in McLean, Virginia, the CEOs of 3 of the largest U.S. airlines, American, Delta, and United, have asked today for immediate government action to freeze flights from the Persian Gulf rivals or risk the loss of thousands of more jobs from unfair competition.
Yeah.
Yeah, the CEOs say their companies are losing business because Gulf Airlines receive subsidies from their governments to offer flights that wouldn't be profitable otherwise. They are bleeding traffic away through subsidization, Jeffrey Simzak says, United CEO. He told us today on the editorial board. Doug Parker, American Airlines CEO, warned that if the Gulf carriers aren't blocked now from subsidized flying largely to the Middle East, they will spread to European hubs that are lucrative to the U.S. It's like everybody's a terrorist now, you know? Yes, they will spread their disease. Well, U.S. airlines and their hubs throughout the U.S. that funnel passengers towards international flights would suffer, he said. It's a lot bigger than just international flying. It puts the entire hub and spoke system at risk. The U.S. airlines contend that the 3 Gulf airlines, Emirates, Etihad Airways, and Qatar Airlines, receive subsidies from their governments totaling $42 billion over the last decade. U.S. carriers' allegations are basically the Gulf rivals get no interest loans and subsidized ground services from their governments. Well, I don't know. Hey, maybe you should do the same here. Oh, but wait, no, that's a bailout.
Punch yourself in the face right now.
Yeah, say? Yeah. Well, the Gulf Airlines have vigorously disputed that, saying that they get no unfair favors and that U.S. airlines are trying to prevent competition. Ethicad released a report Thursday arguing that since 2000, U.S. airlines received $70 billion in benefits or bankruptcy law, largely for debt relief and reduced pension obligations. Hello! Yes, well, the U.S. airlines are asking the federal government to open formal consultations with United Arab Emirates and Qatar and end these alleged subsidies that are infringing on our ability to control the entire planet.
Yes.
It's clearly a stall tactic so they can get as much service as they can in before our government acts. Because our government is going to act, Parker told us. Oh, really, Mr. CEO Parker? You're speaking for the president now, are you?
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, FBI, I think that's against the law, isn't it? Yeah. The Departments of Transportation, State, and Commerce have begun collecting comments about the allegations for the foreseeable future, but a detailed review is expected to begin later this decade. There is no evidence whatsoever of any harm caused by Etihad Airways to try any of the to any. There's no damn it. There's no danger. It's all good. Just relax.
Yes.
It's okay. Yes, there's no danger caused by Etihad Airways to any of the big 3 U.S. airlines. Jim Callahan, Etihad's general counsel, told us today on he told us today on Thursday. Yes. Yes, all 3 Gulf carriers denied receiving subsidies while acknowledging investment from their government owners. Akbar Al Baker, CEO of Qatar Airways, told reporters Wednesday that U.S. carriers offer crap service. They offer crap service on their planes and are upset that they can't compete with the Gulf carriers, who do not offer crap service. Yes. American infidel airline pigs. The American executives said that they are spending a combined $12 billion a year on their wardrobe. Oh, no, sorry, I read that wrong. It's $12 billion a year on new planes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, with, of course, because the crap service They've had to resort to things like better planes, improved technology, such as Wi-Fi in flight, to keep the little monkeys distracted. Yeah. Well, the track record is strong, and the level of investment by the industry in airplanes, airports, and technology is unprecedented at today's level, Anderson said. The executives argue that they've already been harmed and lost flights that represent 800 U.S. jobs now. We're going to get rid of the American jobs. What a bunch of money-grubbing sons of biatches. Yes. Well, I don't know what the answer is, but...
Punch yourself in the face right now.
Okay, that's probably it.
Which, by the way, in case you're an idiot and need it spelled out for you,
right?
We fucking suck so far.
Well, that's partially your fault.
And for those of you who are offended at this, I would apologize, but I really don't give a fuck.
Yes.
Go fuck yourself.
Oh, there we go. Now, come on, Morgan. Really, if I can get something out of you beside the Hudsucker reduction and just a whole bunch of profanity, come on, give me something about this story. What can we do about this airline thing? What are you feeling? What do you think?
We have a much more vibrant society when we don't have such a vast chasm between the haves and the have-nots. We need that middle ground that we call the middle class, the people who buy everything,
right?
People who use the products that the rich are creating, if they're creating anything other than wealth, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's what's happening with the Chinese economy right now. They're changing their whole outlook because they need consumers.
Right.
And without a middle class, you're not going to have consumers. You're not going to have it at the level that we normally would have it.
Right. I meant the airline story.
Go fuck yourself.
All right.
Yes.
Well, I guess that pretty much marks that, doesn't it? Yeah. Well, hey, there's your Friday show, damn it. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it. Well, I'm cutting it because we really don't want to do the Mount St. Helens thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not fucking funny.
I know. Well, as always, I want to thank the one, the only Louis Lawless from Mill Bay Studios in beautiful Mill Bay, British Columbia, Canada. Thank you, Louis, for being here again today.
It's just life, and I love doing it. I love doing these kind of stories anyway.
And it's great to have you.
It's about fucking time. Move on.
Okay. Well, moving on. Thank you, Gilbert, for being on again today.
Thank you for listening and support the show
for the love of God. Yes. And Morgan Freeman, it's been fun. Yes. It's been something.
Newsflash, you stupid cocks.
I know.
Tie yourself down to whatever chair you're sitting in, because this is going to be a rough fucking ride.
I know. Well, it is, and it's been a rough one, and I want to thank you for being here. I don't think you're going to be with us next week, correct?
Yes.
Right, you're not. No, you're not going to be here.
No.
No, right, you're busy.
Yes.
Yeah, he's gone.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, but don't worry, never fear. We've got another one lined up in the pipe.
Yes.
Hey, Lottie. I want to thank all of you out there in listener land, iHeart, iTunes, Podcast Fun, Stitcher, Spreaker, Bob Freaker,
yes.
all you out there in listener land. Thanks for tuning in today. We hope you have a hell of a great weekend. And of course, if you like what you hear, come on back Monday, 3 p.m. Eastern for a Monday Mocha, Coffee and Cigarettes, HTLA at Radio 1. There is only one. Did I say one enough? Oh, yes, I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I did, I think.
No.
No, I did.
Yes.
Yeah, I did.
No.
Look, Well, damn it, I'm calling it. I did.
Yes.
Yeah. So for those of you, we'll catch you next week if you're going to listen again. If you're not, screw you all to hell. Have a good weekend.
It's not fucking funny.
We're New York's best talk radio, HTLA Radio 1.